Well, this is Chocolates, Calypso Monarch 1993. And you know, whenever I'm in New York, I have to check in the CultureShare to understand the culture better. God bless you all out there.
We have the music of Imagination Brass in the background from the US Virgin Islands, and they have the new album out and one of the big soca hits you can hear from them. Check your major record stores in Brooklyn and look for Imagination Brass. Well, it's great to be back with you after being off for a week, being under the weather. Well, feeling a lot better this week, even though not totally there yet, but still good enough to be with you. Tonya is not here this week. She's off doing some business, some finishing touches on some business. So I'll be keeping you company for the next hour on CultureShare. Stay right where you are and experience the happiness in the music for the next hour. I am Harold PYSADEE. Well, this is the Mother's Day weekend, and lots of things are happening this weekend, and of course CultureShare is in the Mother's Day spirit. Well, tonight at the Golden Pavilion is going to be the special Soca Bogo featuring Byron Lee and the Dragonaires. Also, we have Errol Ince and his orchestra, so it's going to be a clash between two big pioneers in the music industry from the Caribbean, Byron Lee and the Dragonaires and Errol Ince and his orchestra. Also, Vincentian Calypso superstar Beckett will also be there, and DJ King Chow will be supplying the music too also. So it's the Golden Pavilion tonight, admission $18 in advance and $20 at the door, and you can still get your tickets now. You have time. It's just Saturday, okay? It's in the afternoon, you have time. Check out your major record stores for your tickets and check out the action at the Golden Pavilion. Then tomorrow, Sunday, in New York City, is the 17th annual Big Mother's Day Splashdown. It's a top-line cast featuring the Calypso King of the World, the Mighty Sparrow. Grandmaster Lord Kitchener will also be there. Also, we have the 1993 Calypso Monarch in TNT Chalk Dust. We'll be hearing from Chalk Dust later on in the program too. We have the David Rudder, Calypso superstar. From Barbados, we have Raz Ailey. Also, Black Stallion will be there. From St. Vincent, we have Winston Soso. And the King Swallow, the Antiguan superstar, will also be there. And not to be left out is the Grenadian reigning Calypso Monarch Ajamo. So it's going to be a cultural Calypso Kalaloo tomorrow afternoon at the Paramount Theatre, Madison Square Garden in New York City. Speaking of Ajamo, we're going to start off with him right now, paying his tribute to Mother.
Good night, everybody. This song is dedicated to all the mothers out there. I have written many songs, but this one is for you, mother. Though I grow to be a man, but my respect for you, mother. Many times I sit down and I wonder, what would my life be without a mother? If it wasn't for your sense of direction, would I go to be the man I am? Oh no, I don't believe so. Mother, you make me proud. I love you, mother. I call your name out loud. I love your mother. You are my everything. I love your mother. Oh mother, you're my queen. I love your mother. Jah will always guide you in whatever you do, mother. Like a flowing river, you will live forever. months of pregnancy was only the beginning, mother. Of a long relationship that one could never dream, mother. Never once you fail to do your duties. As to wipe my nose and change my nappy. Whenever I needed your attention, oh mother, you always was around. And so I want you to know, mother, you make me proud. I love you, mother. I call your name out, everybody. I love you, mother. You are my everything. I love you, mother. Oh mother, you're my queen. I love you, mother. Jah will always guide you, mother, in whatever you do, mother. Like a flowing river, mother, you will live forever, mother. You are my rain and sun. I love you, mother. You're one in a million. I love you, mother. Oh, mother. If not for the licks you gave when I did something wrong, mother. Self-respect and discipline I wouldn't understand, mother. You taught me how to respect my elders and always pay attention to my teachers. You said never follow bad companion. That would lead me into temptation. And so I must let you know, mother, you make me proud. I love you, mother. I call your name out now. I love you, mother. You are my everything. I love you, mother. Oh, mother, you're my queen. I love you, mother. Jah will always guide you in whatever you do, mother. Like a flowing river, mother, you will live forever. You are my rain and sun. I love you, mother. You're one in a million. I love you, mother. I want you to know, I want you to know.
One of the sweetest voices in the business, Ajamo on CultureShare paid his tribute to Mother, and Ajamo will be taking time off while he's in New York to work on his 1993 Calypso album in time for Grenada's Carnival in August. Well, tickets for that show tomorrow in Manhattan at the Paramount Theater can be had at the major record stores in Brooklyn. So you check it out while you have some time and make sure you get your seat in the Paramount Theater, Madison Square Garden tomorrow for soca music at its best. Iowa George is an explosive soca performer, and this year he says nobody can whine more than him, and broke down the place at the Tilden Ballroom in Brooklyn.
Nobody can whine more than me. Nobody can. Don't try to contest me. You have to approach me. Don't try to contest me. You have to ambush me. Nobody can whine more than me. Nobody can. Nobody can whine more than me. Nobody can. Who want to contest me? Who want to contest me? Who want to contest me? Let me go. Oh God, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh God. Get back. Bing bang bang bing bang bang. A woman with a pum pum shot. She had me balling, oh gosh, oh gosh. If you see people in the party, oh God, man they jamming up and they feeling irate. Woman in front and man behind. Everybody making a whine. In the party, everybody together. Everybody whining up on. All them girls Nobody can. Who want to contest me? 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 Nobody can.
Nobody can. Nobody can wine more than me. Nobody can. Nobody can.
Let me see what you have. Let me see what you have. All of you she could test me. All of you she could test me. When somebody come. Somebody come. She want help. Nobody can test me. She can't test me. She can't test me. Anybody else inside there you want to test me?
Nobody can.
I find whole like you're standing up.
Nobody can. 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 Nobody can.
Who try to contest me? Nobody can test me. Who want to contest me? Who want to contest me? Nobody can. Nobody can. Nobody can. Nobody can. Nobody can test me. Who want to contest me?
Nobody can. Nobody can. Nobody can.
Test me.
Nobody can.
Test me.
Nobody can. Nobody can. Nobody can. She 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 can. Hey, oh yeah, I was just get caught. She just caught Iowa.
Well, lots of action there coming from Iowa George. Think you could make it there, gentle?
I can do that anytime.
Keep dreaming. CultureShare on the move. And we'll be right back with the top dancehall reggae artists. Buju Banton is a top-class dancehall reggae artist, and he, together with Shabarangs, created an uproar in the gay community because of comments made. Well, here is Buju Banton not saying anything about the gay community, though, singing at the Brooklyn Museum.
Who know the best without a doubt. And in the ear jump up and shout. Because the way don't do good to make we have to ball out. Look like the man with one spoon in your mouth. Throw the shape good to make we have to scream out. Look like. Thank your mama for the 9 months you carry she. Thank your mama for bring her come here for me. Thank your mama for the 9 months you carry she. Thank your mama for bring her. Oh, you look so good, you must look good machine. Oh, you shape so good, you must shine good machine. Young, fresh and green. All of the girl them a New York queen. Pretty is a shame. Oh man, the way to look. Ease out. Read him again. Read him. Rock your dance. God of His mercy. Woman of His mercy. Give them one. Woman them want stamina. That will never die. In the stamina, the girl them no stop crying. Stamina, that will never die. In the stamina, the girl them. Stamina, that enough for the girl bikini. Tell all the sexy body can them. Woman, stamina, that enough for the girl bikini. Tell all the sexy body. And you watch a kid, that a free run well left it. And if a Susie, that a free run well left it. And if a Millie, that a free run well left it. If a Dorothy, 18 step down. Because the way how we are walking, we don't say we sorry. Like a pressure cooker, pot lock down and a curry. So we had to go the young girl. stamina that will never die. With the stamina, the girl them no stop cry. Stamina that will never die. With the stamina, the girl them. When it's him one and grown, you just say late on the bantan. When it's him go be shit on the pillar, say she what go home, push me off on the bed and I go reach me. I know she can't know her friend named June. Run, come pick her up, she will walk go home. I know she team no more with she room. Can't you feel the rat about your bantan? Tell them stamina that will never die. With the stamina, the girl them no stop cry. Stamina that will never die. With the stamina. Here is my line 9277039. One find the bantan. What a good man figure you are good. Call the bantan but you anytime. How much you be your lyrically? Hold it. Oh boy. Hey so. Road boy can't probably make everything run straight. Rhythm. Out of his mercy, woman of his mercy. Here I go. Here is my line 9277039. One find the bantan call. What a good man figure you are good. Your woman kiss your belly, move up your. Call the bantan but you anytime. How much you be your lyrically inclined? What them a go do if you want you this time? Stamina that will never die. With the stamina the girl them no stop cry. Stamina that will never die. With the stamina the girl them no stop. Easy. Cut it. Big request to Brooklyn massive every time Pat McKay lands. Yeah, me know. Don't evidence. Yo. Rhythm. All of the girls from Brooklyn, you want to go on, no? From Boxer Road, San Crasso. Yeah, I'm not Jezebel. Y'all on the soul of shape, but don't get married far. No mention on the cute face, I don't want far. Oh man, on the soul of shape, but don't get married far. No mention on the cute face, and your bum. How with them? True, you have your fat bumper. True, you fly out regular. I true, you not chat to baller. I true, you not run down Trevor. Y'all on the soul of shape, but don't get married far. No mention on the cute face, and no bum. Oh man, on the soul of shape, no get married far. No mention on the cute face. Jam and bass. Me a tell only the truth. Me not tell no lie. You out for deaf, me out for dumb me. You want blind me eye. Why you won't give? Put your bantan a cherry.
Yes, the leaning figure there of Buju Banton doing his thing in Brooklyn. A lot of power. He's gotten very popular in the dancehall reggae industry these days. CultureShare is on the move. Now, our next artist is a Calypsonian, an easy glider. He has been described sometimes as one of the most nippy composers in the art form. His sobriquet is Smokey, and here he is doing Please.
First I should say, Kirby might have had his way, but he always had his people at heart. Maybe because he couldn't walk, so when they start to talk, he didn't move out when the opposition started. You walk out on them, you walk out on we. You take an oath to fight for everybody. Stand up and face your thing like a man, and fight till the bitter end. I be a cock or a hen, please. I said I come here to beg for the whole of Grenada. I said I come here to beg cause I don't want we suffer. And when election come every day we see the face. But as soon as he done, like they gone and hide his face. Kitty, Rafi, Crazy, don't give no mama guy. Make a better try, please. I say all the time, listen to people. Is we feel the pain, we that's in trouble. And all where you pass, people ball in stress. And they only complain and they only make a mess. Take it. Yeah, man. Babida. Tell him.
Problems that facing we, maybe you can't see, but who in the kitchen they felt the heat? In 1983, were you there with we when we run as though we had wings on we feet? So when I hear you talking about mercy, have mercy on who died for we. Have you a heart of gold or a heart of stone? The world watching you. You see not ask what the hell you do, please. I say they cause the loss, they have to pay the cost. In jail they get fat on eating with tax. And everybody complaining, shame, shame, shame. They said it's only a big political game. Alexis, where's the justice? Oh, we don't want this. No, don't give no mama guy. Make a better try, please. I say millions of dollars, you pay all them lawyers. Well, that was a waste, but we did try the case. I hear court helping you, maybe that is true. But what goes around always comes around. Yeah, man. Island. Mr. Commissioner, you're a man of honor. The word in town, clean up the act. Them drug lords taking over. We can be like Colombia. The time is now before the pressure starts. Some of them police trying their best versus to who pass the test. But some I hear they taking bribe. I hope that is a lie. Come let me trap them flies, please. Them who taking the bribe, let we skin they hide. If they can't do the work, please give it up. Oh well, I show you here what happened to Haywood. Plenty people afraid to go out as they should. Oh, Gilvy, protect we. Let we see that you ain't no mama guy. Make a better try, please. I think you're getting your money to hell with all of we. And it's really a hard, baby. You afraid them drug lord. And we have good police to help me keep the peace. So who do the crime? They have to do the time. Did I? All you going wrong like a reel, making people feel. All you don't know, well, what going down. When we ask you, you don't know. And maybe it's time to go, or sit down and draft out a plan. The economy, it gone down the drain. And the finance minister can't explain. He says he's a master of economy. Economist and manage your household, or Grenada on the whole, please.
Lots of drama there from Smokey doing that one, please. Now, the Everybody's magazine held their Calypso Awards just last evening at the Farragut Manor in Brooklyn, and next week we'll be bringing you a special feature on that. Some of the big names in the business were awarded for the year 1992, and it was a gala affair and well attended. But we'll be having a special report on that for you next week on CultureShare. We'll be back. Good penmanship. That's how this next Calypsonian can be described. He's a master of the art form, and he can sit with you for hours telling you about the history of Calypso, and he can stand on any platform and defend Calypso. He is Hollis Liverpool. We know him as the Chalk Dust, the 1993 Calypso monarch of TNT. Here is Chalk Dust doing one of his 93 hits called Kaiso in the Hospital. And right after, we'll be having a chat with the man himself.
hospital, them food and beverage manager, like Julian, Charlie, Tantan, Straker. They bad food give Kaiso diarrhea and bacteria and runny blood to water. They bring for Kaiso all kind of bush doctor, some so-so, some crazy, some is plumber. All these bush doctors who cause Kaiso sickness, they should sue them for malpractice. They send for fast surgeons like short shirt and swallow, cause them does operate with speed. But then a pharmacist by the name of Arrow, his greed make Kaiso bleed. He raised Kaiso hammer from sunrise to sunset, and then gave Kaiso a dose of wrong tablets. And whilst his medicine brings him plenty capital, poor Kaiso
Still in the hospital. Kaiso still in the hospital.
alive. Yeah, liar. Well, heart specialists like Frankie McIntosh fighting to get Kaiso better. And interns like Bali and D Fosto does rush with first aid and life water. But while specialists Rio getting him stronger and power the dietitian. Some young attendants like Iwa and his brother giving Kaiso bad injection. Well, DJs like Papa Rappy in the mortuary waiting to bury Kaiso. And them record pirates make them move already to announce his death on radio. And next to the radio, have two undertaker waiting in the hearse, Hammer and Madonna, with Shabarans, the driver of the hearse in the funeral. Cause Kaiso sick in the hospital, real critical. Kaiso
sick in the hospital.
alive. They lie. Listen to the gospel. Look, it have 3 surgeons who specialize in transplant, working on Kaiso's heart. Dr. Devines, Dr. G.B., Dr. Merchant, they strip Kaiso part by part. They sell Kaiso's brain, lungs, kidney and liver to dockyard, any buyer. Sometimes they buy back the part and sell over to who dying from soca fever. And right inside the operating theater, some brokers does fight for soul. Argument over who could cut Kaiso cleaner between Dr. Shorty and Sparrow. And nurses ain't like Ricky and Drew Party Deeper from washing under Kaiso's arm during his bath. They're concentrating only on his private parts. So Kaiso sick in the hospital. My soul in the hospital. Alive.
Such a great composed calypso there from Chalk Dust on CultureShare. Well, you know, talking with Chalk Dust is always a learning experience, and that's just what we did just a few weekends ago at that performance there at Golden Pavilion. We did that just backstage. Well, you know, Chalk Dust created a big feat, not by just winning the Calypso Monarch this year in TNT, but by being the second Calypsonian to defeat the Mighty Sparrow in competition, the first being Dogla back in 1961. Well, I first asked Chalk Dust, how does it feel defeating Sparrow in competition?
It felt good because you're talking about a genius like Sparrow, and to rise to the occasion to beat Sparrow is always a big thing. In fact, just being there in the competition is a big thing for me because, you know, I'm outside of the country, and to get back and to reach a standard, to keep my standards first of all, and to be able to reach the standard of the other fellows and to compete with them is a nice thing for me. So I'm very proud and happy to win.
And Misconceptions, you wrote just a few. I was speaking to Black Wizard in Grenada. He told me you were talking to him and you told him, look, I just composed this song just in time for the night.
Yes, yeah, I spoke to him, I think, a few hours before the show. But you see, I thought that my two songs would have been able to measure up to Sparrow. But after I saw Sparrow perform, I felt that I had to come with a little extra thing. So I went back on the drawing board and composed Misconceptions.
As you said, Sparrow brings out the best in you?
Definitely, Sparrow brings out the best in me. Well, you know, Sparrow is a genius, so he brought out the best in me.
Chalk Dust, I have heard you had too much quacks and invalid, Kaiso in hospital. I've been reading apparently that some of the soca men feel that you're a little too hard on them in chastising them too much about the direction they're taking the art form. Defend yourself.
Well, I'm happy that they feel so because the more they feel so, is the more that they're thinking. You see, there's an art form. It's not something by the wayside. It has a history. It has 400 years of history. In fact, it goes back to Africa. And our ancestors will turn in their graves if they understand what some of the fellas are murdering the art form. So I have to stand up to that because I understand history and I understand what history means to me and what history means to our people. And we can't give up our history 5 years because the fellow wants to make money. So I am defending the art form down to the hilt, and I make no apologies for attacking guys. I make no apologies whatsoever.
Remind me of Nelson Mandela there. I owe no apology.
Yeah, no apology.
That's another story.
Yeah.
Chalk Dust, do you think that, or are you looking forward to be on a major record label to take the world by storm with Chalk Dust music?
Well, it'll be a beautiful thing to get the music outside to bigger labels. It'll be a beautiful thing. I mean, but you see, you have to understand that the Calypso is not just traditional, but it's a communal thing. It's a thing that people have to understand. And it's not easy to send things like that to outside people because you're dealing with culture. And the culture of people is not easily digestible by others. But I'll be happy to be on any form where we can spread the culture.
Chalk Dust on CultureShare. And if you feel you'd like to hear some more of Chalk Dust, well, he'll be at the Paramount Theatre, Madison Square Garden tomorrow afternoon for that big Calypso show. Get your tickets now, call your major record stores in Brooklyn and secure your seat. We'll be right back.
Showing you all of this beautiful, all of this lovely from
Many great men were in the Calypso business a long time ago, even before the Mighty Sparrow. People like the Roaring Lion, Pretender, Lord Kitchener, for instance. But Sparrow came along and glorified and revolutionized the art form. Some people say he did to Calypso what Muhammad Ali did to boxing. Well, Sparrow is here still and still the Calypso king of the world. And as we celebrate Mother's Day weekend, let's join the birdie as he pays tribute to Mother.
In this place, certain men should hide their face. The way they treat their mother is a disgrace. In this place, Certain men should hide their face. The way they treat their mother is a disgrace. Neglect the old lady for donkey years. When she dead, they shedding crocodile tears and spending money like hell to build a casket big like Hilton Hotel. But when their mother was alive, they didn't know she then is nightclubs and brothel. The money used to spend, they used to carry on. But now that she is gone, them hypocrites does weep and mourn. But if you are lucky and still have your mommy, remember what Sparrow said. Forget them jagabats and all the Jezebel. Make sure your mommy okay. So indiscreet, some madam drunk in the street, and mama have nothing to eat. Buying company, every day they in a spree, while their mama belly empty. I know a man who joined his wife one night to cuss his mother, till he end up in the jail in Carrera. When she dead, he start to moan and shout, I wish the dead could have wake up and bust it down mouth. When his mother was in need, he never paid her heed, and she had to eat the bread the devil need. It was so unfair, just a postcard once a year he will send to pretend sincere. No, she don't need a lot, just give her what you got, whether you're rich or you're poor. I say, not only on her birthday, that shouldn't be the way. Every day should be Mother's Day. Oh no, don't neglect your mommy so. Don't leave her with tears and sorrow. Respect, she must get that respect that all good mothers should get. You have to make it a point of duty. Try and see that she's always happy, not like those who will pay the bill just to make sure that their name come out in the will. You treated her unkind, drove her out of mind. How could you be so blind to leave mama to pine? The pain she had to bear to bring you safely here, and now you don't really care. Oh, you treated her crude, and for your ingratitude, someday you will have to pay. Because retribution meets every man who meets his mommy that way. La 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 la. My friend, tell me, why do you pretend to remember your mother then? Why do you moan when she's buried all alone and no longer can she return? The Lord above will take care of her up there, but your obligation lies right here. It's unkind to leave her undone, so don't be a blasted, ungrateful son. After all is said and done, I'm warning every son, please give your mama the love and affection. Try to understand, she did the best she can, so now give her a helping hand. I say you cannot repay even until your dying day, though you may own the stars and moon above. You'll be a very lucky fella if you still have the treasure as the wealth of a mother's love. La da 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 da, la da da da, la ba da da la da da, la da da dee da da.
Yeah, that's Sparrow paying tribute to mothers. Mother's Love, a song he composed back in the 1960s. How time flies, right? I wasn't even born yet then. Anyhow, that's all we have for you this week on the program. It was great keeping you company. But remember that tonight the action is at the Golden Pavilion for the Soca Bogle, featuring Byron Lee and the Dragonaires, also Errol Ince and his orchestra, Beckett, Vincentian Calypso Superstar, and King Chow. That's tonight. 10 o'clock, doors open, and $18 in advance, $20 at the door. Get your tickets all now, check the major record stores, and have a grand time. And tomorrow, it's the 17th annual Mother's Day Soca Calypso Splashdown at the Paramount Theatre, Madison Square Garden in New York City, featuring Sparrow, as you just saw, Kitchener, Chalk Dust, we have Black Stallion, David Rudder, King Ajamo from Grenada, we have Solo from Antigua, and Ras Hailey. Almost forgot him, you know, Ras Hailey from Barbados. And I'd like to take this special opportunity on behalf of the entire crew to wish all the mothers Happy Mother's Day. Mrs. Benjamin back in Grenada. Al would like to say a special Happy Mother's Day, says Dear Mom. Also Mrs. Stanislaus. Frank would like to say special too. And of course Roland. Oh, by the way, Roland and Gentle, they have the same mother and father, right? They say they're brothers, I don't know. But anyway, Roland would like to send the sentiments to Mrs. Benjamin back in Grenada. And I'd like to take this opportunity to say a special Happy Mother's Day to my dear mommy, and of course Renee, whose mother, Mrs. Riddick. Have a Happy Mother's Day to my dear, and also to my dear mommy, who is back there in Grenada. I'd like to say a special Happy Mother's Day to you, mommy. How often do we get to say mommy these days, Gentle? Anyway, it was great keeping you company. Have a great time, enjoy yourselves, and see you next week. Bye now.
You come inside the people fed. We dance all night until we wet. But when I ask you for your number, you had a negative answer. Girl, you ain't nothing but a teaser, a dirty, dirty teaser. I love the way you dance the soca, but you ain't nothing but a teaser. Jam it! Sometimes I see you on the street, your eyes on every man you meet. They say hello, you push your mouth, just making sure they check you out. Honey, you nothing but a teaser, a dirty, dirty teaser. I love your reggae, love your soca, but you ain't nothing but a teaser. Sing the song, Glenda. Reggae teaser.